Alright, ladies and gents, you are once again welcome back to Abdullah 360 channel. In today's video, our topic for discussion for today is to elaborate on 21st century skills, which is very important to we as students or as an individual. This is going to be very educative, informative, and insightful. Kindly stay tuned as we are to learn and grow together. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share as well. Here we go. Now, before we dive into details what these 21st century skills are, let's quickly take a look at the concept of 21st century skills and what it means. So when we say 21st century skills, what do we mean? 21st century skills are the set of abilities and competencies that is needed for today's success in this fast-paced and technology-driven world. That is to say that these skills enable individuals or students to adapt and learn in a rapidly changing environment. So students need these specific skills to fully participate and stay competitive in a job-changing environment. Now, these 21st century skills can be categorized into three. The first category is learning skills. The second one, we have literacy skills. The third one, we have life skills. Now, let's quickly take a look at these categories one after the other with their examples respectively. The first category, which is learning skills. So the first example to look at is critical thinking. Critical thinking, as an individual or as a student, we should be able to analyze information, evaluate evidence, and as well as make informed decisions. As a student or as an individual, you should be able to inculcate some kind of critical thinking. In whatever situation you find yourself, you should be able to come out with, tangible solutions to be able to navigate your way throughout. Critical thinking is very important to you as a student. So as part of, as an example of the learning skill that we have, the first example is critical thinking, which is very important to you as a student or as an individual. The second example under this learning skill category is creativity. With creativity, as a student or as an individual, we should be able to generate innovative ideas, solutions, and products. We should be able to brainstorm. Yes, as an individual, we have so many capabilities in us. So there's a need for us to brainstorm. We should keep on brainstorming to come up with, innovative ideas, to come up with, solutions to particular problems. If they are products, there are other people that have this kind of creativity level when it has to do with products. They can come out with a particular product which, people will patronize. Yeah, it will become as a source of living for you and other people. We have so many creativity in so many aspects. So as an individual, once you identify yourself, your strengths and your weaknesses, your capabilities, and you feel like, oh, this is the creativity level of yours, you can come out with anything at all. You can come out with something that can be beneficial to you. Just brainstorm and generate the innovative idea and bring out the solutions. If they are products, then you do so, then you'll be able to, enhance your standard of living. So creativity is very important to you as an individual or as a student in this regard when it has to do with these 21st century skills that we are talking about as a learning skill. And as the example too, creativity is very important in this aspect. The third example to consider under this learning skill is collaboration. When it has to do with collaboration, as a student or as an individual, we should be able to work effectively with others, build this kind of, rapport relationship with others, and also work with other people to achieve a particular goal. So, and in recent, that is what is, affecting us so greatly. Now, instead of, collaborating with others to come up with something meaningful, we rather do the vice versa. That is where it becomes like a kind of competition. Yeah, now it's a kind of competition rather than, you know, collaborating with others. You know, two heads are better than one. Once you are in a group or you are in a team and you people come out with something which is meaningful, you are able to work together as a group or as a team to collaborate together and work together to achieve your objectives. You are able to achieve your goal at the end. So collaboration is very important as part of the 21st century skills that we are talking about, which is an example of a learning skill, which is the third example, collaboration. But now we normally see things as competition or being competitive rather than, you know, collaboration. Instead of us to collaborate with each other, brainstorm and come together as a team and bring up ideas that will help us in our, you know, our personal development, that will help us as a team to achieve a particular goal, we rather end up, you know, competing among each other, which will, you know, affect our progress moving forward. So collaboration is very important as part of the 21st century skills, which is under learning skills that we are talking about. So we should work effectively, build strong relationship among each other, and communicate clearly. That's what all the collaboration is about. We should be able to work effectively with each other, build strong relationships, and communicate clearly. Once we do that, we are able to achieve progress. So the fourth example to consider is communication. We all know communication plays a very key role when it has to do with anything. Communication is one of the fundamental key factor. One of the fundamental key factor we have is communication. With communication, once you are able to communicate with others effectively, you are going to achieve a whole lot. You are going to achieve a whole lot. We should be able to communicate with each other effectively to achieve our goals. We should be able to express ideas, our perspective, opinions effectively through various medias. So as a student or as an individual, communication should play a very wonderful key role in you. Once we adapt communication as a key factor, it's going to help us in the long run. Why? Because let's consider these social media platforms in which we are. Even as a student, at least once we are using these social media platforms, either it being Instagram, Facebook, this TikTok or whatever, we should be able to communicate right well, analyze information, and write meaningful information for others to be able to achieve progress. The second category to look at is literacy skills. And with literacy skills, let's look at some examples under this category. The first example we'll consider is information. Now the world is changing. And currently what we lack is just information. We lack information. There are a whole lot of issues happening. And just because we are lacking information, sometimes we don't see ourselves progressing or moving forward. All we lack is information. So as a student or as an individual, we should be able to use information, evaluate information effectively across various platforms. It's all about information. And sometimes some of the things we hear, they are not authentic or they are not on factual base. Yes, so we like this, since now social media is part of the whole thing, not every information that you get online, you consider it to be true. Sometimes we have authentic sites or we have authentic radio stations or TV stations that people are looking up to. Or we have bloggers online, authentic bloggers. Those bloggers that are blogging based on fact. Whatever information that is out, there are those people that will update the citizens in the country. So as far as 21st century skills is concerned, and as a literacy skill, as to you as a student or as an individual, it's all about information. And we should be mindful. Not all information online are authentic. Not all information online are authentic. Sometimes you come across with certain informations and you just conclude no. So we should be able to fish out those authentic sites that we take information from. So once you hear maybe Joy FM came up with a particular news, if you know that you trust Joy FM, then that's it. People are there, they have particular TV radio stations that they don't joke with. They have particular bloggers that they don't actually joke with. Those particular bloggers just come out with an information, they know that it's authentic. Yes, that's self-reputation that those media stations and those media personalities, they just built for themselves. Authenticity. Every information that they come out with, they do that based on fact and it's real. But other people, they come out with certain information because they needed the subscribers or the viewers or whatever, the likes and the comments. If not, they are just trying to be controversial. So we shouldn't be part of this game. We should be able to analyze and use information effectively and evaluate information effectively across even various media platforms that we are having. If it is TikTok, this Facebook, even on WhatsApp platforms, this Instagram or whatever, or the Twitter, yes, X, which is now X, our former Twitter. So not every information we should consider to be authentic. So we should be mindful. We should be able to evaluate information very well, because nowadays or recently, because how the world is changing, it's all about information. And not all information out there are authentic to be used or to believe in. So we should be able to find those authentic media stations, to follow them, or radio stations to listen to them, or those bloggers online, those authentic bloggers, so that we'll be following them. So whatever information they come out with, we know that it's not for joke. They are saying that based on fact, or based on research, or based on factual, how authentic it is. So what we need to say in this category is that information is very important. As an example, under the literacy scale category. So it's all about information. Now the world, it's all about information. What is affecting us so greatly recently is that all because we lack information. There are a whole lot of issues happening. A whole lot of issues happening socially, academically, even business aspect, agriculture aspect, politically. A whole lot of things happening. In our society, there are a whole lot of things happening. But just that we lack the information. Or because we lack the information, there are some things we can do as an individual or as a student. We have some capabilities in us. But sometimes we lack the information that you'll be thinking like, where should I start from? Where should I actually start from? Because we lack information. So we should start looking for information anywhere we are. We are using now smartphones and we are on various media platforms. We can get information on various sites as well and various media stations as well. So let's start to search for information. Now the world, how it is going, the world is changing and it's all about information. It's all about information. So information is also playing a very key role when it has to do with literacy skills. The second example to consider under the literacy skills is media. The media, we should be able to critically analyze information and evaluate information effectively. Using these media platforms, we should be able to choose authentic media that we are following. So now how the world has changed, the media is playing a very pivotal role when it has to do with our living in a society. Even for instance, in Ghana here, as we are having the three arms of government, we are now considering, the media to be as in a position as the fourth arm of government, because it's playing a very crucial role in our national development. So the media is seen as a fourth arm of government in our Ghanaian society here. Why? Because it's playing a very critical role. So we should be able to critically evaluate information. We should be able to understand information on these media platforms. For instance, online, not all information you just read. We need to read and read it very well. You understand before you reply or you put it into practice or use. We should be able to critically understand informations that are put online or on these media platforms that we have. So the media is also playing a very wonderful key role as a fourth arm of government in Ghana here. So as part of the 21st century skills, the media is also an important example under the literacy skills category. So in our Ghanaian media landscape, we should be able to choose the correct media, of course. The correct media, of course. So we all know what all these media personalities, these media houses, what information they are putting out there. So we know those that are authentic. Yeah, so we should be able to choose among these correct medias that we are having, so that we have the authentic information for our own personal benefit. Now, the third example to consider under this literacy skills is technology. It's all about technology. Currently, we are in an IT world. It's all about computer literacy. It's all about computer literacy. For instance, even as a student or as an individual in our academic pursuit, if you are able to get all the A1s and you have the first class, of course, and even when you graduate without having any knowledge in this IT thing or IT stuff or in computer literacy or whatever, it's going to affect you in one way or the other. Because now the world, it has changed. It's not all about, being theoretical. We should be able to make it balanced, both theory and practical. Yes, there are some of them, when they ask, what is this? Theoretically, we are able to provide the answer on a paper. They want to know their better. Yeah, so, but when it has to do with the practical aspect, it becomes a problem. It's a big hurdle for us because we are not actually putting ourselves into the practical aspect. Now, our main focus and concentration is just on the theoretical aspect. We attend lectures, they lecture us in the lecture room, we come back, read our slides, go and write the exams. What is this? We explain this, the functions of this, then we provide the answers, they will mark us, then we'll score our A1s without aside engaging in any extracurricular activities that will help us in our personal development. Yeah, now the world has changed, so we should be able to balance in our academic pursuit. We should be able to balance both theoretical and practical. So now we are in an IT world and it's all about computer literacy. It's all about computer literacy. Let's do well to balance both. We should not be stagnant in one aspect and we will not be flexible. We should try to be flexible. You try this, you try that, you are doing this, you are doing that as well. It will help us in the long run to enhance our personal development. We are in an IT world and it's all about computer literacy. So as a student, once we are still, focused on our academic pursuit, we should try as much as possible to also look at the other aspect, which is practically when it has to do with IT or computer literacy. As we should be able to do something when it has to do with technology. Now, even in the job market, if you need an employment, sometimes this organization or these companies, they need people who are versatile. People who are versatile, not one way. When they give you the employment, they try to test your abilities. Are you someone who is versatile or flexible? Not only about the pen and the paper, but you should be able to have this practical aspect in you. You should be able to have this practical aspect in you. So it's all about being theoretical and practical. So we are now in an IT world and it's all about computer literacy. It's all about computer literacy. We can't focus on only theoretical aspect. It's not all about getting the A1s and getting the first class in your CW, high CWAs without having this knowledge about IT or technology or this computer literacy that we are talking about. So technology is very, very important in this aspect. For instance, let's quickly look at this example under this example, which is technology. The phones we are using is all about technology. all of us, we are using phone, but we are using it differently altogether. Someone is using his phone to earn an income, which we don't know. Some people are using the phones they are using. It's not only for calls. It's not meant for email messages, or it's not meant for only calls. Some people are using it to earn a living. People are cashing out using their devices. Yes, people are cashing out using these mobile phone devices, but maybe some of us, we only use it for only the calls, WhatsApp, or maybe TikTok. We'll be watching funny video, but others are actually using it, productively, which we don't know. And I said, it's all about information. Once we search for the information, you will know. And once you know, you are able, it will help you in the long run. So we are in an IT world. Even the phones we are using, there's one way or the other we can use it. So we should use the information safely, responsibly, and in a legal way. We should use it in a legal way. There are other ways. Due to technology, you can earn income in an illegal way, but that one is not all that encouraged. I'm talking about the illicit aspect. I mean the legal aspect. We should be able to use technology effectively, responsibly, and in a legal way. It will go a long way to help us. Now, the third category to consider is life skills. Life skills is also very important to we as students. So let's quickly take a look at examples under this category. The first example to look under this life skills that we are talking about is 1. Flexibility. As a student, we should be flexible. We should be able to adapt to new situations and come up with solutions. We shouldn't just be stagnant at one place. We should be able to be flexible. In all situations that we find ourselves, we should be able to be flexible. We should not limit ourselves to only one side, but rather being flexible. So with flexibility, we should be able to adjust to new situations, challenges, and technologies. As I said earlier on, the world is now changing. That is the more reason why our main topic for today, we are discussing under the topic 21st century skills. It's all about 21st century skills. And with flexibility, it can help us in the long run, because they are developing innovative ideas keep on coming. Innovative ideas keep on coming. Maybe today you can be good in a particular, for instance, you are someone who engage in graphic designing. You are someone who is doing video editing. You are using a particular software for your flyers or your video editing stuff. Then moving forward, you see that developers keep on developing different softwares. Different softwares you can use as your video editors or your graphic designers. Different ones. Don't just base on the old one that you have knowledge of. Keep on upgrading. Let's keep on upgrading. Once you are using this type of software for your video editing or for your graphic designing, and once the developers keep on updating the system with new innovative ideas, then you to try to follow the system. Be on track. Be on track. If you have knowledge in this one and there's a new advent that came up, then go after it and learn that one too as well, to add up to your knowledge. It will go a long way to help you to be flexible. You'll be flexible a whole lot. You'll be flexible. So flexibility is also playing a very wonderful key role when it has to do with these 21st century skills that we are talking about under the category life skills. So flexibility is very important in this aspect. The second example to consider under this category is leadership. Leadership. As a student or as an individual, we should be able to take leadership roles, guide others, take initiatives, and exhibit a sense of accountability. With leadership zeal in you, you'll be able to build a kind of trust among you and your colleagues or those people around you, and you'll be able to build your confidence level. So all thanks to our agenda guys on campus, it's not actually easy to take up a leadership role or to aspire for a leadership role. It's not all that easy. So they are doing that as part of these 21st century skills. We can see that they are on point. Always they have the passion to go in for leadership roles, to perform responsibilities, to lead other people in achieving some particular goals and objectives. And that's it. It will help you build your self-confidence and to build this kind of rapport relationship between you and those people around you. Self-belief and self-confidence. People will have the trust in you. People will believe you that if some certain things are put into your hands, you'll be able to man them very well. You'll be able to manage staff effectively. So leadership is also playing a very wonderful key role in our lives as students or as an individual. Anywhere we find ourselves, at least we should be able to take up leadership roles to guide others, come up with, initiatives, and also exhibit some kind of or a sense of accountability. Let us put the trust, let other people see us to be trustworthy. Yes, other people should also see us to be trustworthy. Once certain things are given to us, and once we also acquire the leadership role, let's also play our functions, our responsibilities very well. It will help us to build our reputation as an individual or as a student. So going in for leadership role is very important. So those of us who are agenda guys, we shouldn't give up. Even when you contest or when you aspire for the position and you couldn't excel through, it's fine. The next time, go in for again. Don't give up. Aspire again. And when you flop, aspire again. When you flop, and sometimes you have the magnitude but we lack direction. So here in this case, you can change the portfolio. If you are aspiring as the presidency NIM far, the next one you can decide to come to the secretary level. The secretary level and far, try the financial secretary. The financial secretary say far, keep on coming, organizer. You can try all the portfolios, or you can start from the low going up. Yes, if you try the secretary far, next time go for the presidency. Yes, actually people will see that you are actually passionate about something. It's not all about winning or something. We should be able to go in for leadership roles. It will help us in our academic pursuits and our personal development as well. And also let other people have trust in us. Seeing it at a particular angle that once some certain things are being given to us or some certain opportunities are being given to us, we'll be able to handle it very well and handle it very well. Yes, it's all about accountability. But once we are able to be successful in this leadership aspect that we are talking about, we should take our time, perform our responsibilities, lead others, guide others, come up with initiatives that will be impactful for others, those around you. This is the essence. So being a leader is all about service. It's all about serving others, but not for you yourself, but for service, just to serve others. Just lead them to come up with particular positive initiatives to achieve some certain objectives and goals within anywhere you find yourself. Is it an institution? Is it in your mosque? Or is it in your church? Wherever, or are you the course rep or whatever? In the lecture room, are you the course rep? Are you leading your colleagues in the lecture room? Or you are the class captain at the SHS level or whatever? They are all leadership roles. Are you the ASP? Are you the GP in your school or whatever? Are you the SRC president? These are all leadership roles that we are having. And we shouldn't undermine any leadership role. If you come under even course rep is not a small thing. Even if you are the course rep, take it to be serious. Take it to be serious. It will go a long way to help you. Not anyone that can perform such responsibilities. So once you are the course rep, count yourself among the lucky ones and play your role responsibly. Guide others, come up with initiatives. Send the grievances of the people to the right authority to be attended to. And that's what you need to do. It's all about service. It's all about service for others, or those people who voted you to power. So leadership role is also part of the 21st century skills that we are talking about under the life skills. So it's very important to you as a student or as a student. Let's take leadership roles. Let's step forward and go in for leadership role. If only we are passionate about it, let's go in for leadership role. It will go a long way to help us in our academic pursuit, build our self-confidence, build trust among people, and also help us enhance our personal development as well. So leadership role is very crucial in this aspect as part of 21st century skills that we are talking about. The third example to consider under this category, which is life skill, is initiative. We should be able to set specific goals, and we should be able to come up with certain initiatives that will help us in our academic pursuit. As far as we are students, yes, we should be able to come up with some specific goals. It will help us a whole lot. Initiative is very important in this aspect. As an example, under this category, with initiative, we should be able to set specific goals, manage our time effectively, and take up certain responsibilities. It's all about time management. That's part of our initiative. And certain specific goals also has to do with, let's look at, in an acronym, we have SMART goals. SMART goals. The S stands for specific, the M is measurable, the A is achievable, the R is for relevant, and the T is for time bound. So these are specific goals. So we can put all this together in an acronym as SMART goals. We should be able to set specific goals, measurable goals, achievable goals, goals that are relevant, and we should have some specific time bound for these specific goals that we set for ourselves. We should be able to do that as a student. It will go a long way to help us. We should manage our time very well. We should do the right thing at the right time and in the right place. Where you are supposed to be, you should be there. And we should, break down our responsibilities into chunks. I mean, smaller pieces into chunks. At this period, at this time, you are supposed to be doing this. At this period, at this time, you are supposed to be doing it. It's all about time management. It's also part of the initiatives. We should be able to set specific goals, take effective responsibilities, and also manage our time effectively. It's all about taking SMART goals. SMART goals. The S is for specific, the M is for measurable, the A is for achievable, the R is for relevant, and the T is for time bound. When we stick to these SMART goals that I'm talking about, it's going to help us in the long run. So initiative is also very important in this aspect as far as 21st century skill is concerned, and as an example under the life skills that we are talking about. The fourth example to look at under this category, which is life skills, is productivity. Productivity. So as an individual or as a student, we should be able to be productive in whatever you are doing. Just put your all, pour your all in whatever that you are doing. Once you are passionate about what you are doing, just put all your strength in it. Ensure that you do it productively. Then at the end, it becomes meaningful. So as a student, being productive is very important. It will help us in the long run or in our academic pursuit. So being productive, we should be able to prioritize our tasks and take our responsibilities. Yes, we should prioritize our tasks and take our own responsibilities as well. The fifth example to consider under this category, which is life skill, is social skills. Social skills. It's also very important. As an individual or as a student, we should be able to build this kind of rapport relationship among each other, work with each other effectively, and also communicate across cultures. sometimes where we find ourselves, the environment in which we are, for instance, as a student, maybe if you are in KNUST campus here, or if you are at Legon, or University of Education, Winneba, or UCC, you've seen that makes people with various places. Others are even international students as well. The other people, they are not from Ghana here, but international, Nigeria, Kenya, those kind of places, mix different cultures. In the hostels in which we are, sometimes you mix with different kind of people. Let's even just limit ourselves to even Ghana here. Even Ghana here, we are not from the same community or society. If you are from Volta region, someone is from Northern region, someone is from Savannah region, this person is from Upper West, Upper East, those central region, different regions. Even if you are at the same region, maybe if you are from Ashanti region here, maybe you are at a different place, and sometimes your experiences and your way of life, which has to do with your culture, is quite different from someone. So that is, so we should, as a social skill, like we should be able to even communicate across cultures. Whoever you are or whoever you meet or you met on your way, you should be able to build this kind of rapport relationship with a person, because we have 3 types of relationships. Number 1, we have this permanent relationship. This permanent relationship has to do with, our relationship with our relatives and our family members, our parents, our siblings, and among others. So these are permanent relationships that we are talking about. We also have temporary relationships. These are the very people, for instance, as a student, the hostel in which you are in, your roommates, your course mates, your program mates, your church mates, those kind of friends you just met here. It's a kind of temporary relationship thing. Once you are done with your end of degree program and you graduate and you go home, you are going alone. You came alone and you go alone. So it's a kind of temporary relationship. Those that we completed with SHS is a kind of temporary relationship. We were with them some couple of years ago, but currently we find ourselves at a different environment altogether. And sometimes if we don't keep in touch with those people, let's say online, when it comes to maybe you are having a person WhatsApp contact and sometimes you normally vibe and chat, it becomes a big issue. If you are not careful, you won't hear from the person again once the contact is lost. So it's a kind of temporary relationship. Even on campus here, those people we are with, it's a kind of temporary relationship. And we have what we call flea relationship. Flea relationship. A clear example is maybe if you go to town and you take a trotro, you and the person sitting down, the passengers in the trotro, it's a kind of flea relationship that we are talking about. Even those people that you meet in the trotro, you should be able to socialize well with them, because it's a kind of flea relationship. Even though that one is a short, maybe if it is a 30-minute ride, then that's it. Once you alight your destination, that's it. You go to your way and he or she also goes to his or her way. So that's a kind of flea relationship. But with that one, in the process, if you're in a trotro, you should be able to build this kind of rapport relationship with a person. Things happen or life happens, you don't know where your helper is or whatever. So overall, we should be able to build a kind of rapport relationship with others in wherever we found ourselves, work effectively with others, and we should be able to communicate effectively across even cultures. Wherever you find yourself, whether the person is a Ghanaian, is an international person, or is an international student, we should be accommodating. Sometimes not what you like and someone like. You may prefer gobe, say what I say. Yeah, but someone prefer fufu, another banku, another bibisa. Yeah, you can't force the person to prefer what you want. So we should be accommodating. Yes, we should be accommodating enough. We should give the people the space to also do the kind of things that they want. We shouldn't impose our perception or opinions or our ideas, what we believe in. We shouldn't impose it on them, but we should allow them to decide for themselves. When it has to do with this ethical or moral decision to make, it's based on your personal experiences and in life what you have gone through. So social life is playing a very critical role when it has to do with these 21st century skills that we are talking about. So as a student or as an individual, if you inculcate the habit of social life in you, you understand yourself and others perfectly. So you have issue with other people, those people you are living with, or those people around you. You understand each and every one. When you see someone misbehaving in a particular way, you can't just throw your judgmental decision on the person, but rather it may be due to one or two reasons. You don't know what the person has gone through or whatever. The life experiences, the kind of difficulties that the person went through. Maybe that is the reason why the person found he or she maybe in that kind of shoes. So we shouldn't just judge, but also we shouldn't be judgmental. A whole lot of issues are happening. So these social skills will help us build a rapport relationship between we and those people we are living. If it is permanent relationship, temporary relationship, or this free relationship that I just elaborated on, or I just spoke about, or I just made mention, it will go a long way to help us to be able to fit well in the society. Now, in this aspect, let's quickly take a look at some importance of these 21st century skills that we just spoke about. So the first important thing we'll consider is 21st century skills. It enhances preparation for the workforce. So 21st century skills is very important and essential to prepare you towards the workforce. So it will prepare you adequately as a student, to fit well in the job market. It's all about 21st century skills, and once you are able to acquire or achieve this for your own self, it's going to be easier for you to navigate your way through the job market currently, because the world has changed and a whole lot of things are happening. So with 21st century skills, once we adapt ourselves into these skills that we just elaborated on, it will enhance our preparation towards the job market. It will enhance our preparation towards the job market. It's going to expose you to so many opportunities out there. It's going to expose us to so many opportunities out there. So let's try our possible best to adapt these 21st century skills that we are talking about. It's going to help us a whole lot. It's going to help us a whole lot. It's very crucial to us as students or as an individual. As far as we are students, we keep on learning and we will grow together. And with these 21st century skills, it's going to help us in our academic pursuit and in the long run, so that we will be able to enhance our self-development. It will help us and prepare us very well, and it's very essential. It will prepare us very well towards the job market. The second importance of these 21st century skills that we are talking about is it is a lifelong learning. 21st century skills will enhance the love of learning by enabling you, the individual or the student, to adapt and learn throughout your entire life. Because the world keeps changing, and as far as 21st century skills is concerned, there are a whole lot of innovative ideas coming. And once we inculcate ourselves in this aspect, we'll keep on learning. It's a learning process. We'll keep on learning. So it is a lifelong learning. So 21st century skills is very important to we as students or as an individual, as it will enable us to adapt and continue to learn in our life, in our entire life. It will help us a whole lot. The third importance of 21st century skills is personal growth and development. Developing these skills enable you, the individual, to build your confidence, enhance self-awareness, and also build yourself a kind of belief in you, so that you will fit well in the job market. This is because it will enhance your self-development. It will make you to become versatile or flexible. It will enhance your flexibility. So you are not going to have any issue when it has to do with this technology or computer literacy that we just spoke about. So 21st century skills, it will enhance our personal growth and development as well. So with 21st century skills, these skills will enable you, the individual, to become more confident you become more confident and build self-awareness and become effective and productive as well. Alright guys, this is the end of our conversation, and in summary, we elaborated on these 21st century skills and its categories, which are learning skills, literacy skills, and life skills. And we also take a look at their examples respectively. We also spoke about the importance of these 21st century skills that we just made mention about. But hey, we shouldn't forget, the bad news is that time flies. The good news is you are the pilot. Abdullah 360 here, and thank you very much for watching this video. If you find this very educative, informative, and insightful, don't forget to drop your comment at the comment section below. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to get notified for subsequent content to come. Don't forget to like, comment, and share as well. Wishing us all the best. I will see you in my next video. Bye.